Hi guys, welcome back to PixiwooMadness Super Hair Sunday. Today Sarah is going to show me or teach me how to do a 60s beehive updo. You would have seen this on Louis Vuitton Spring Summer. So yeah, let's get started.
So we're going to do it the simplest way possible, so you can do it on your hair at home.
Okay.
And it's just about sectioning off to begin with. And what we're going to do is we're going to section off from the top of the head to the ear. Like that, and with the clip we're just going to take that front bit away, so it's literally just
not being used
at the moment.
Shall I do the other side?
Do the other side.
So I'm sectioning from where? From here?
From here
yeah. And down to the ear.
Down to the ear.
There, Sarah, yeah. Lovely.
So what we're going to do with the back section is we're going to do it quite easy. It's just going to be twist up and tucked away, so that you're not really going to see that part of it, and it's just going to really fold in, and this top bit is where we're going to get the beehive from. So we just really need to get rid of that hair as such. So what I'm going to get Nick to do is just take the hair in.
So almost like a ponytail.
Almost like a ponytail, yeah. Grab it like a ponytail in the bottom section here, and then we're just going to twist it up and then tuck the ends in.
Awesome. So I think I can do that. I think. So how do I tuck that bit and just turn it back on itself?
Turn it back on itself.
Lovely. And I can. Are these curvy grips or bobby pins better than the forked ones? Does it make any difference?
Well, with these ones it's a little bit tighter, so what we always suggest is to use these to actually put it up.
For the hold.
For the hold, and then the bigger ones you can use for just tucking in if you need to at the end.
With you for tidying up.
Yeah.
Actually, 2 of them has pretty much held my hair.
Yeah.
I will use more, but it's pretty good going.
Considering, like, you know, you have got quite a lot of hair, so a couple of pins, and obviously twisting it up as well, you know, helps hold it. Cool.
So I'm just going to turn around and show you what I've done with the back of the hair. Hopefully you can see that. Am I in?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that's my tucking it away. I think I've done a pretty good job. Feels good anyway. Right, where do I go now?
Next step is we're going to use one of the backcomb brushes and backcomb the top section. So it's quite simple. We're going to keep the fringe down.
I'm rubbish with backcombing, so I never know how much to do. You have to be quite vigorous with it, don't you?
And it's to be not to be too scared with it.
I think that's my issue, is I'm so scared about the washing out.
Bad, I think, and that's why people, you know, tend to not do enough or don't really know what to use or anything like that. So what we're going to use is this brush, which is really handy. Like I said, you can get it from Boots, or Sam got it from Superdrug.
Okay.
So and some product as well. So this is, because it's a bit more bristly, is not so harsh as a comb, and you actually create more backcombing like that.
Yeah, I see Sam using it, and she's so vigorous with it, and I think, oh my god, you've got to wash that out.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is literally sections and backcomb it in.
Shall I just bend my head down so I can see how much you've sectioned?
So section this much. I'm just going to, about the size and the width of the comb.
Okay.
Is a good indicator.
And where do you start from pulling down?
So you start from about 2 inches.
Yeah.
And then you pull down.
Yeah.
And then you gradually just pull down a little bit more.
Okay, perfect.
So you are just
always from behind?
Always from behind, or you can do it in front, but it's the reason why we do it from behind is because the back bit is slightly more messier than the front.
Yeah.
So if you did it from this way, you're creating more mess and more structure here.
I'm with you.
So you need the base to be behind, and then the next section behind, whereas you'd be kind of the other way round, which wouldn't work as well. So it just depends on how easy you find it. We also have a quick tease, which is from Redken, and that's like a backcombing, and it gives a little bit more. It's like a hairspray, but it just gives it a bit more texture.
Well, especially for backcombing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, backcombing lift finishing spray.
So then what I would do is just spray into the backcombing and leave it.
So you actually think that those work? You know,
I think if you have the basis of your backcombing and then use that, it will hold it better. Yeah.
Okay, because you know how sometimes you have new products, new makeup products, and they're meant to do something, and you're like, well, really?
Yeah.
Do I need that?
I'm really terrible because I have probably about 5 products and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't actually use hundreds and hundreds. I only have my favourites and that's all I use. So in a way, I think it's better like that because then you can actually have a really nice range of products, but you're not spending loads on them. So, but this is a lovely product. This is really nice.
It smells nice too.
So I'm
not
just going to
intoxicating.
I'm just going to get you to do the front section.
Okay.
So
and it's the same amount, but you've left some at the front.
Yeah. So I'm sectioned that fringe off. So we're just literally backcombing that whole section at the top there.
And this will kind of join, where my centre parting is, to kind of join it together so it doesn't break. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to hold it there about, I've got a mirror here, let me use that. About 2 inches, so about there.
Perfect. Just
pull down.
Pull down. Keep pulling down. That's perfect.
And do I go higher as I go?
Yeah, you can do, and less tension on this hand.
Bring my hair out.
Only because you'll get a bit more behind it if you don't have as
I'm
much
with you, I'm
section.
with you. I think that's what I'm doing wrong. I'm holding it so tight that it's
here,
actually not letting it come down.
Perfect.
Woo!
Wow.
Good go.
And we're just going to spray that product. And then with the sides, we're not going to put as much into them, but we do need a little bit so it holds and it's a bit softer. So again, same section and width. So if I turn its head, it's the same width as the comb. And we're just going to go in. So when you do it on yourself, you just slightly backcomb these side bits as well. So if I do this side, then
yeah,
you can
sure.
do the other side.
So you're doing like about 4 good backcomb bits, okay? Just so I know. Because Sam's really good with hair, I'm not. At all.
There you go.
And how many sections did you break that into?
3.
Okie dokie.
Which
Starting from the back
crazy
one?
at the moment, but
Starting from the back one?
yeah, it's just easier so you don't backcomb onto yourself. So.
Is that too much?
No, perfect.
Let me just, got issues, brush it through first, even though I'm going to mess it up. So from about here.
Yeah, perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4. Is that alright? Or a bit more?
A bit more, yeah. Make sure you just get more near your root than anywhere else.
See, I'm holding it really tight again, which I need to stop. 2.
That's it, more near to the root. Perfect.
Am I keeping, can I do all of this?
Yeah, all of that.
But I'll just, should I break it into 2 or should I do it all?
You can just take that.
Okay.
You just want to hairdress with you all the time.
Yeah, I do. I'll just watch this video back and then I'll know, because I will forget it.
There you go. Lovely. So you just want to
Awesome, I did it.
spray a little of that product, that's it. Perfect. So what we're going to do now is smooth it back into the twist. So what we're going to do is brush it through.
So that there's no kind of bits where we've...
yeah. So, and your main beehive section will be here.
Okay.
So the first bit is that you comb it through. And because we want it to be a bit more kind of funky, something that you would wear on a night out and stuff, we don't want it too neat.
Too perfect.
Too perfect.
I don't do perfect anyway.
So literally we're just going to grasp that up. Just make sure in the mirror that we're kind of getting even. Don't worry too much about the shape at the moment. We just need to kind of grab it and pin it.
And then tweak it after.
Yeah, and then tweak it and you can pull it around a bit. So I'm going to get you to do that.
Okay. So I shouldn't brush it too tight because otherwise I'll lose all the...
Yeah, with the backcombing and stuff. That's perfect, really. You can see how the shape is in the mirror.
And I leave a little bit of body.
Yeah.
Pull it kind of...
Yeah, and then push it kind of...
No, I understand the kind of...
Like the shape and how... It's just how...
The idea, it's just doing it
yeah.
that I don't get. And you'd think if I can do makeup, and you know, they're kind of sisters of the trade,
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You'd think you'd be able to, but no, not me.
Perfect. So now you have the beehive shape there. So then the next sections, we're going to take more up. And then we're just going to pin it into the area that Nick's just pinned in.
Okay, I'm with you.
So, there we go. So if I do this side.
Yeah, you do that side and I'll be preparing the other side for you. So, you see this bit that's here, do I kind of pull it over so it...
Yeah, so it folds over.
It folds it and makes it tidier.
And also it will look better at the back as well.
Awesome. I'm getting there.
There you go. So when you put it in like that. Now, with the shape of it, so you just have a look. And we'll just tweak a little bit over this. Shape's looking quite good. And then what you would do is you have a few pieces.
So would you have a mirror behind you as well?
Yeah, so if you, at this stage, once you've done all this bit and you've tucked it all in and everything, but you do have a few bits that are hanging out, you then just look at the back.
Should I turn round?
Yeah. And as you can see, it's quite nice how she's folded it over, but you can see a grip here, and obviously these need to be tidied up. So, what you need to do is just literally fold it in.
You can do that for me, Sarah, because I haven't got a mirror behind me, so I won't be able to do it.
So you just fold this in, and then just with a couple of grips, and there we go.
Is that done already?
Yeah. There we go. Awesome. Then we've just got the front bits, which it blow dried lovely earlier.
So we can leave it either in a parting like that, which I would,
yeah.
Or you could do it across if you wanted to.
So you could have it on the side, or even if you didn't want them in your face, you could just grip them in there.
Lovely.
Or you could leave them down. You can have a fringe with this. You know, you can pull this onto the side, like you said, and just having the side part in, and then having just a little bit there. Like it changes the look already. So because this is what Louis Vuitton did on his spring summer, so I thought I might as well go with the theme. I bought this from Topshop for £1.50.
Oh wow!
And I quite like how it's got a few studs in it,
Yeah.
so it looks a bit more funky as well. So there's a couple of places where you can place this. If you want to be quite bold and place it in the front, so you can put it in the side and be quite, you know,
full on, yeah.
Or the best probably place to put it in would be at the back where you've done, which also can hide some grips or anything that
that's a good idea actually.
You don't like. So this has got a clip on it, so that's perfect. And just do it like that. So there we go. And it's really nice for date nights and it's just something a little bit different without, you know, doing too much to your hair and still a bit funky.
Lovely, thanks Sarah. Awesome, I can now do that. And, yeah, that's perfect. So I hope you've enjoyed that, guys. As I said last time, I will put Sarah's Twitter in the description box. Ask her questions because she'll be able to answer them. And if you have any ideas of hair that you want to be shown or how to do, then do ask Sarah, and you can put that in the description box as well, and we will come up with other ideas for hair videos. You have a good day. See you soon. Bye bye.